Hello, dear children. How are you? I wish you all are fine. Today, we shall continue with the story of the Happy Prince written by Oscar Wilde. In previous video, we have completed the explanation of the chapter up to page number 128. So let's start the reading of the story from the page number 129. Clear? The story of Happy Prince. So let's start the reading of the story. Swallow, swallow, little swallow. Far away I can see a very sick child. Happy Prince said to little swallow, "Ki swallow, swallow, please listen to me. A very far away I can see a child and he is suffering with fever. His mother is very poor lady. Swallow, can you be my messenger? Can you work for me as a messenger? Give her the ruby from my sword so that she can take care of her child. Please take ruby from my sword and give that ruby to the mother of that ill child." The Happy Prince looked so sad that the little swallow agreed to be his messenger. Okay? Happy Prince looked very sad. That's why little swallow was ready to help him or ready to work for him as a messenger. "It is very cold here and I must go to Egypt," the swallow said. "Clear ki here is very cold and I must go to Egypt." The swallow said, "But okay, I will stay with you for one night and be your messenger." Okay, it's okay. I will stay here for one night and work for you as a messenger. "Thank you, little swallow," said the prince. The swallow picked out the great ruby from the prince's sword. Then Swallow picked out the great ruby stone from the prince's sword and flew away within his beak over the roofs of the town to the poor woman's house. He dropped the ruby on her lap. Okay? Then he dropped the ruby on the on the woman's lap and flew over the sick child and fanning him with his wings. Clear? ठीक है? And then he flew over the sick child and he fanning him means कि he gave the cool air to the sick child with the help of his wings. Then the swallow flew back. Okay, then the swallow flew back to the Happy Prince and told him what had happened. Then the swallow again come back to the Happy Prince and told him what had happened. Together, tell him all about the story. He remarked, "I feel quite warm now, although it is quite cold." Then little swallow exclaimed that "Now I am feeling well. Here is very cold, but now I am feeling well." Then Happy Prince said that "You are feeling well because you have done something good." Clear? You have done something good. That's why you are feeling absolutely fine. Here you are not feeling much cold. When day broke, the swallow flew over the city and visited all the public monuments. The daytime swallow flew over the city, ठीक है, flew over the towns and visited all the public monuments, ठीक है, public monuments, he visited all the public monuments tonight. "I will fly to Egypt," he thought, ठीक है. Then he declared कि okay, कि at night time I will fly to Egypt. When night came, the Happy Prince said, "Swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you not stay with me one more night and help someone in need? If you don't mind, you can stay with me one more night and help someone in need and help the needy people." While the swallow was thinking about this, the prince said, "I can see a young man faint with hunger." While at that time, Swallow was thinking about this, stay here or not stay here. Prince again said कि now I have seen a young man faint with hunger. ठीक है कि he was suffered with hunger. He has nothing to eat. There is no fire in his grate. Grate होता है बेटा एक metal frame which hold the woods. Okay, ठीक है, which hold the woods जहाँ पर लकड़ियों को इकट्ठा करके रखते हैं. No food in his house. There was no woods, no food in his house, and the winter season is going on. Pluck out one of my eyes and give it to him. Then Happy Prince said, "Ki dear swallow, please pluck out one of the sapphire stone from my eyes and give it to him. Please pluck one of the precious stone from my eyes and give it to him." Dear prince, said the swallow, "I can't do that." ठीक है कि I can't do that, and he began to weep. Clear, वो रोना शुरू कर देता है. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, please do as I tell you. Clear. Then the prince said कि please do as I tell you. ठीक है कि वैसा करो जैसा मैं तुम्हें कह रहा हूँ. So the swallow plucked out one of the prince's eyes and flew away to the young man's home. Clear. Then he went to the young man's home. The swallow dropped the sapphire in the young man's hand, and then the swallow gave the sapphire or gave the precious stone in the young man's hand. And thank you for your generous gift. The young man cried with happiness. Together, then the young man cried with happiness. He was crying, and he said कि thank you very much for your lavish gift. ठीक है, this gift is very important for me because that time he needs money. Clear. On the next night, the swallow went to the prince and said, "I have come to bid you goodbye." Bid means say. Okay, कि on the next morning again swallow went to the prince and said, "I have come to bid you goodbye." कि I had come here to say goodbye to you. Now I want to go to Egypt. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, please stay with me for one more night. Okay, now please come to page number 130. "It is winter," answered the swallow. "I must leave. Ki here is very cold. Winter season is going on and I can't survive here long. That's why I want to go to Egypt. Please take my other eye and give it to the little match girl standing in the cold." Then he did request with swallow ki please pluck the second stone from my eyes and give this precious stone to the match girl who is standing in very cold. And said the prince, the swallow was sad to pluck out his other eyes. He was feeling really very sad while he was plucking the other eyes of the happy prince. What did as the prince asked. ठीक है, he was not interested. ठीक है, what prince said कि you did as the prince asked. Clear kid, you did same as I am saying with you. After the swallow came back, he told the prince, "You are blind now." Then the swallow told him कि now, happy prince, you already gave your both eyes to the needy people and now you are blind. I will always stay with you. Now I don't want to go to Egypt. I want to stay with you as. And so the swallow stayed with the prince. He sat on the prince's shoulder and told him tales of distant lands, kings and queens, of life in a desert, and of the great lakes. ठीक है? Then finally swallow had decided to stay with happy prince. ठीक है? He always sat on the shoulder of the happy prince and told him different types of the tales what is happening in his city. Clear. And the tales of the distant land दूर क्या हो रहा है, the tales of the kings and queens, lives in a deserts and a great lakes वगैरह वगैरह. Now every day the prince would ask the swallow to help the people with the fine gold that covered his body. ठीक है, every day. Now happy prince, we know it very well कि happy prince body covered with the thin layers of the gold leaves. Now every day happy prince ordered the swallow कि go and take one fine leaves of the gold and give any needy person in his city. ठीक है, today we will do the reading up to here. Next part of the story we will discuss in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.